So why did you choose to come to Nestle?
Well, I was kind of young when I decided to come and work for Nestle, and I had this vague idea that, Nestle, great big company, international, a lot of places to go, a lot of things to do, and I just had this gut feeling that it'd be good, without knowing a lot more. Now, actually, those things that you had a feeling about were absolutely right. So you had, you're talking to people from Switzerland or South Africa, and you're dealing with a whole bunch of different brands that you love and that other people love, and people are interested in what you do, and you're working with great people. So,
but I tend to agree. Like, if I knew now about the brands or the size and scale of the business and the reputation that they have in the market, I think that I'd be wiser in making my decision. Whereas I think it was more, I thought that was a great place to work, and I had a great interview with the person I met the first time I came in here, and that really resonated with me, and that made my decision really clear.
For me, it's working with my team. So I've got a team that goes basically from all the way across Australia. It's a national team, calls on pharmacies. And I love setting challenges for the team and also being challenged by the team every day. And I think that's probably the most exciting part of my role.
The variety of the work is amazing. And I think that comes from working in a big company that has so many categories and so many channels and so much opportunity to actually then be able to influence and get information and have opportunities that if you actually maximise the opportunity, there is no 2 days the same in an entire year. And I think that means you never get bored. You never run out of options of what you could do. And I think that's what keeps people like us in this company for 14 years.
Yeah, I totally agree with you guys. I mean, for me, it's around just that ongoing growth. So whether it be driving sales growth, watching your team grow, your personal growth, I think there's very few places that offer that in one package. And I think that's really a rewarding part of my role.
So when I first started sort of working, I had a sort of very linear mindset, and I jumped into Nestle in that sort of a HR industrial relations role, and I said, okay, well, I'll finish a law degree and I'll keep moving through industrial relations, and that's where I'll sort of end my career. And then things happened at Nestle, as they do. You get invited to do a whole bunch of different things, and I think we worked on a couple of acquisitions, and I think it was even the Uncle Toby's acquisition at the time. And then your horizons begin to open up. And the great thing was that Nestle just kept giving you these opportunities.
I think when I started at Nestle, I did have that linear sort of feeling. I started out in field sales and thought I would always be calling on stores, that type of thing. And then opportunities started to present themselves, and I ended up doing some shopper marketing work, which I never imagined, and then going into a role where I was developing products for Aldi, and then advanced from that to going to China and working with Nestle China and working with Nestle Korea on exporting products. And these were all things that were outside any of my imagination when I first applied for my role at Nestle. And I think that's just absolutely incredible part of working here.
Just building on what you said, Michael, for me, when I started, I remember my first manager said to me, do you want to work in sales or in marketing? And actually the way he phrased it was, do you want to be an account manager or a brand manager? And my response was, actually, I have no idea, because I don't know what they do. And funnily enough, I've actually done both those roles, and I've done both sales and marketing, and it wasn't by design at the time. It was more by really just a hungry desire to keep learning and growing. And so my ambition with my career at Nestle has always been, as long as I'm learning, as long as I'm growing, as you said, willing to take some risks and take roles that are just an opportunity to keep doing that. I think that's really key. I think the second thing for me was just really having a clear sense of purpose on what I actually wanted to achieve. By knowing what I wanted to get to, it's really helped me shape the journey.